Hello everyone, and welcome to another crazy tutorial on Unity 3D. And in this video, so you learned this from the title of this video, we are going to go back to decals. But in this case, I have something special. Well, this tutorial is going to be oriented to people who are in design or in some FPS game, so in shooters, and you will see why. So first of all, let me introduce to my scene. So I have here two spotlights which are required to make my decals visible in darkness, because without light, without artificial source of the light, decals will be not visible in darkness. Cylinder, which is rigid body, cube, which is also a rigid body, plane, directional light, which is pretty simple, but I made it, no, not you, I made spotlight extremely bright, so this guy is extremely bright. Main camera, which is once again deferred, so rendering path of this camera is deferred. And now let's go to scripts. So this script has name decal click. So what I have here, so I have here name of script, target, which is this decal available in the scene already, prefab, which is actually a prefab, so this is prefab available in the scene, and this is prefab available in project folder. And I have here materials for my prefab, so I will be able to switch between materials with my W and S key on my keyboard, and I will be able to set my decals on the walls, on the floor, with my E key. And this is decal itself, so it has very simple script in JavaScript. This script is actually useless if you are using a single coding language, but because of problems of understanding, between C# and JavaScript, I decided to use this small script to make C# understand JavaScript and JavaScript understand C#, and vice versa. So decal logic, this sample script, simple. Oh, this wind here is really crazy. It's a windy day here now, but so bright and hot outside. But anyway, so and decal script, which I'm going to show you right now. Let's go to scripts. So this is decal material script, which is pretty simple, only one line, actually, yeah, only one line. Control S, save. This is decal material C# script, which is also very simple. I have here the following line, and decal click. So what's gonna happen in this tutorial? So let me just hit play button and show you how it's gonna work in this example. So I will be able to move my mouse cursor this way, and I can press W and S to switch between different decals, and I will be able to place my decals this way. So let's just try this cube first, because this cube has no problems at all. You can see that I'm pressing E and I'm setting my decals, and decals are getting parented to this cube, and I can move this cube this way. Let's just make it, and you can see that decals are parented to my cube. Don't look at this guy, because this is not a decal. This is my mouse cursor is over here, so you can see it here. So this is my mouse cursor is over here. Actual decals are on this cube, so it's already parented. So you can actually create a bullet holes in your game. So you shoot your box with bullets, and your box receive the bullet holes, and they are moving together with your box. So this is really nice. Oh no 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 no. Okay, bye bye. Well, you have seen that, and I have a problem with my cylinder. So just have a look. It's working pretty good, but once I assign okay, once I okay, you can see now what's happening. So this is a problem. This guy, and I mean this problem. Transform position assign attempt for a cylinder is not valid. Input position is unknown. This stuff. Actually, if I click here, I can see that I have nothing to to hook up to, because to analyze something I have to have here some script over here, but I don't have any script attached over here, so I have no idea what I have to do. So let's try. So how many errors? 21. Let me just relaunch it and I will show you this. Okay, so it's used to work. Now it's not working at all, which is really sad. Let's try it again. So you can see that sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. So I press E button and I have here 21 errors. And if I move my cylinder, it will generate more errors. And now let's do the following decision. So we're going to remove rigid body and have a look what's gonna happen. So actually I believe that rigid body component gives out this error. So once we add this component, well, I have no idea then. Okay, let's just add more decals. So 21, you can see it here, 21. Let's just add this guy on the top. 42. Okay, now let's remove again and add another decal. So 42. So 21 plus 21 equals 42, which is mathematical solution. So it's not random, it's something about errors. So 42, let's add this guy. So it's something about rigid body which is completely unknown to me. So I don't know, maybe it's not completely working with rigid bodies, it's working good with objects which are not static, right? But they can be moved this way. So if your object is round like this cylinder, so you should not use your decals if it has rigid body component. So it's working very good with such cubic like objects like this one. And finally, let's go to scripts. So just have a look. So this is a target object over here. So this is a decal. So what I do, I'm just going to save this for now. Save this. Okay. So I remove this guy, and you will see that I have here spotlights, cylinder. Let's just remove this from this cube plane. So we have everything so simple. So target is also missing because I need to drag and drop my prefab. So this is my decal prefab. Let's drag and drop it over here. Okay. Now let's take main camera and do this. And do this. And let's have a look at our decal, for now. So this object has such component, decal material, which is absolutely simple. So it has only one line. Hold a second. Decal material holder, yeah, decal logic holder. So logic holder is coming here, so it's over here, so it's our prefab. This is our logic holder, and this logic holder has renderer, so mesh renderer. Actually, this is a dummy component, so we are not using it anywhere. So this is just empty game object, but we need this for temporary for temporary tasks. So this guy. And and now let's go to scripts. So you have seen this script. I will try to explain it for now. So we have a target, so which is a prefab. I drag it into the scene and then drag it into this field. So this is actually a prefab from the scene. This is a prefab from project folder. And this is a material array. This is variable I, so it equals 0. And here we go. So if we press W, we get this I plus 1. If we press S, we get this I minus 1. So I cannot be less than 0. And also I cannot be more, the greater than the length of this array. So this array is this one. So we assign our materials for decal over here. And this is the more funny part is coming here. So we have here target, and we get this component from our target. So this component, and through this component we address to decal logic. So it's needed for a connection between JavaScript and C#. So I have to close this because it's not good. And we take this mesh renderer here and get this material. So it's just a temporary dummy-like component, and we make it equal decal materials, which is this one. So not full array, just one cell of this array. So look, if we just change this value through W and S, it will be equal. It will be equal this value. Actually, no. We will make this value material. I change it by pressing W and S. And this is about making this decal be visible on the floor, on the wall. So I think it's self-explaining. So we just cast a ray from the camera, then we make a rotation for our decal. It's about normal, and here we set its position equals to heat position, and this is to set our decal on the wall, on the floor. So this is experimental feature. So if we release E button, then we make our decal to be apparented to our cube or cylinder or whatever it hits, and then we get another prefab, so it's another decal, and we preserve material which was on previous decal. Well, I can do this, but it's so hard for me to explain how it's working and why I do some steps. It's very hard for me to explain, really, but it's working. It's working with some problems, but thanks to, so I don't think that it, such errors will be, showing in your game. So so you can, ship alpha version with of your game with, some errors like this one. Oh, actually I have to, actually if I don't have here cylinder, it's working very nice. So I can add really good amount of decals everywhere. Actually, I believe I have to add more decals, I mean styles, materials, because it's not very nice to have such a limited number of materials. And you can see that we have now such number of batches, so it's a performance impact of this solution on our game. So you can see that I'm moving my mouse, and it's now not so good, not so fast. So reaction of my mouse cursor and decal, a position, I believe it can be fixed with changing of this to fix it update. I believe fix it update. I don't know, I'm not professional in this field, but I believe it's gonna. No, it's still choppy, but never mind. I think that you have to make auto destroy function, so you should optimize these scripts because it's not optimized yet. First, optimize it for your needs. So what I mean when I say optimize, so each time you make this decal, it creates some not very required, not very necessary stuff. And also I believe that it has too many functions which are always working. So and you have to disable some components, auto destroy some decals after some period of time. Also there are many, this update, and if something is happening all the time, it will do this all the time, so just be careful. And also you have to, I will show you this right now. So I have it paused, and let's just go to our cube, and I will show you what you can do. I believe it's gonna work. So we are going to decal logic everywhere, and I'm going to remove these components and see an impact. So now we have like 44, 45 FPS. Let's remove 52. Okay, sometimes it's and now let's try to move our, and you can see that I removed some components from this cube, and it's still working. Of course you can see some artifacts in this window, in a small, so from time to time, but like this, but never mind, it's working good. So if I switch to maximized window, so it will be working good. So you can see it here. So I will do this right now, and I will show you that it's working pretty nice. So you can see that it's working pretty nice. So it was like 60 FPS, and I believe you can make some more FPS I will try to remove decal render components. Let's try what's gonna happen this now. Oops. Okay, we have to leave at least one. Okay, so we have to have at least one decal renderer. And now just have a look at this number. It was like 65, 70. So now we have more FPS, and this is pretty good. Now let's try to take this cube again and move it like this. And you can see that we don't have any artifacts now in this window. I will just do this. So you can see, so no more artifacts in this window. I will now rotate this like this and show you a performance. Oops. So look, just this number. So it's like 67 up to 70 FPS on my machine. So it's pretty good. So it's used to be like 50 FPS. Now it's like 70 FPS. Oops. Okay, where is it? Okay, goodbye then, goodbye Cube, and goodbye you guys. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good time and bye bye. Bye bye and have a good time. See you later in the next video about something very interesting or maybe not very interesting. Bye bye. Stop recording.